Hey yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Masculine Intellect here with your host, David Hernandez, which is, yours truly. Welcome back. It's another Saturday, and I'm honestly feeling blessed because it is a blessing to be prepared. And let me tell you why. So, not too long ago, maybe a month, maybe 2 months ago, I bought a cash car, used cash car. Because first I'm going to get into why this is so smart. Buying a cash car is smarter because you'll have lower expenses. You won't have a car payment, and you can choose whatever insurance you want for your car. And the lower your expenses, the higher free money you'll have, and the better stress-free life you'll live, because you're not always worried about making sure that you work those exact hours so your bills are paid. It's a little bit more, reasonable, and you'll have more space and time to pursue your dreams. But lower expenses is what's something that you should aim for to make it easy in your life. Don't try to raise up your expenses when you make more money, because you're going to be feeling the same exact as you were before. Before you got your raise or you got your new job, you were feeling broke, right? Because your expenses were too high for what your job was giving you. Then you got a new job, and then you decided to raise your expenses with your new job. That's not the point. Things are not the thing. It's peace of mind is probably something you should strive for. But why am I saying this? I bought a used car off of, one of those apps, OfferUp or something. And it was running good for the first month and 2 months. And then it starts not wanting to go over 20 miles per hour. I'm driving, and then it loses power. I'm like, what's going on? Oil is good, cooling is good, everything is good and up to point. But it just engine light turns on, and I'm like, well, okay. And it's able to be drivable because it gets up to speed after a while. But it was just every time I try to go fast, over 20 miles per hour. It kept going slow, and it wasn't really safe for me to be driving on the highway and on the streets. So Monday, I took it into the shop, and I took it to Express Auto Care or something like that. I took it in. They weren't able to figure out what was wrong with it. So then they said, you should take that to Firestone, because we don't know. I took it to Firestone. They took like 3 days to figure out what was wrong with it. And then when they finally told me what was wrong with it, they said both my catalytic converters were cracked and clogged. And I was like, sheesh, how much is that going to run me? And they were like easily above 1,000 something. I was like, oh man. But you know what? Honestly, it was a blessing. One, it was a blessing that I was able to be prepared, because these past couple months I've been saving, at a good rate. I've been smart with my money, and I've been able to get into different investing opportunities, and everything's been good. So I was able to be prepared when something like this came. Most households, over 70% of households in America, cannot afford a $500 emergency expense. Because what? We're living too close to the edge. Right there at the edge. Anything can knock you off your life. And it shouldn't be that way. Too many of us are caught up in trying to impress the Joneses. We're trying to, keep up with everybody else. I need a Birkin because Saudi or Sweetie said I need a Birkin. No, you don't. Those are only for millionaires. You work at a regular job. You don't need a Birkin. You could probably take that money and invest it into something that's useful for you, useful for your kids, and useful for your future, and useful to help with your peace of mind. But I was prepared, and honestly, it's a blessing, because later on, it could have been worse. It could have just stopped and messed up the engine, and just different type of things. It's good that it was caught now, so now my car is able to be reliable, and I'm able to drive it where I need to go. So the key thing from this is proper preparation prevents poor performance. One of my mentors told me that is proper preparation prevents poor performance. And my brother Miguel in the comments said flex culture is killing everybody, which is true. Everybody is trying to flex. Who are you trying to flex for? Here's the thing. Most of us, we don't even get along with people that's in our lives. So you're trying to kill yourself, work all these hours, miss spending time with your kids so you can impress this person at your job that you don't even like, that you can't even stand to look at, but you want them to say like, hey, oh wow, he got it. You know how many people I know that drive just the nicest cars, but they live in a broke down crib? I think you got that backwards. A car drops in value the instant you drive it off the lot. So the instant those wheels hit whatever street you're on, Jefferson Street, it pulls out, 30% gone. 30% of your money is already gone. A house is always going to be there, man. Better take that money and go invest into a house. Something you could pass on. You could pass down the car, but you still need parts. We moving to electric now. It's kind of tough to pass it down. You see a house, that's why everybody has a big mama, let's go to big mama's house. Let's go to granny's crib. Because over time, it just stayed, and that's something that you could build around. But it's good to be prepared. If you're prepared, opportunities will pop up. If you're not prepared, you're not going to see those same opportunities. They're just going to fly right by your face. And you're going to be like, whoa. Man, if I had took that course, I would be right there right now. For example, with crypto, right? A lot of people want to get into crypto and are really Googling and trying to, gamble with crypto. And the reason I say gamble is because they aren't informed. But imagine if you had took at least an hour to study it 3 years ago. You'd be up some money right now. Like, there's a lot of people up in money, 10 times their money, 20 times their money, easy, just from taking time, being prepared, and just waiting. Be prepared and wait. Your time will come. I bring up this quote all the time because, yes, I just said it whenever I did a song. I just put it in there because I like the lyric and I like affirmation type words. But I said perfect timing, no rush. And that's true. Everything in life, if you notice and you look back, has always been perfect timing. And I feel like, and specifically in my life, I feel like everything has happened perfect timing. There's some things, for example, there was some things that I wanted in my past that I wanted so bad. I was like, man, I really want to be with this girl. It's going to be really awesome if I get with this girl and she, did this and that and we built a, but then, that wasn't what happened. And later on, I was blessed with my lady. And now I have one son and another son on the way because perfect timing is what was needed right there. There's been times I've applied at certain jobs. And I'm like, man, it's going to be really awesome if I get this job. It's going to be really great if I get the money that they're paying at this job. But I didn't get it because what? 2 weeks later, this job calls me and they're like, hey, we're hiring. You want to come by? And I got blessed with opportunities to, network with people, interact with people. And because why? Because I was prepared and I was patient. That's one thing that we don't have right now is patience. And Dogecoin will prove that to you. And I don't knock you if you're making money off of Dogecoin because it's good. Make money how you can. And if it's going up, good. Make money on the way up. But that is basically everybody's piling in so we can get rich quick. But that shouldn't be the case. Even with MLM companies, nothing against them. You can get rich at those companies. But people who try to bring you in, they sell you saying that you can get rich overnight, which is not true. If you have zero experience, zero talent, and zero skills, you're not going to get rich overnight. People who get rich overnight are those people who have put in the hours on a daily basis. They've been reading, they've had mentors, they've been developing their people skills, their selling skills, or whatever skills they have. And whenever this opportunity was presented to them, it was a perfect mix. They was already prepared to be that person that was needed at this company. And the company just provided the perfect ladder for them to climb up to the top. And we have Miss Powell in the comments saying she agrees, and I appreciate you tuning in. And if you're tuned in, please just give a thumbs up or just give a share. It costs $0 to support the show, and honestly, I appreciate everybody who just tunes in even for 60 seconds, because that's the reason I do is when people message me and they're like, wow, I appreciate what you said on this show and this, and I'm like, that's the only reason I do it. And also for my kids, because I know they're going to be watching this one day. If I ever happen to pass on anything, they'll be able to learn from whatever I'm saying in these videos. So, son, if you're watching this in the future, what's up? Make sure you clean your room. You know, listen to your mama. But this is Masculine Intellect with your host, David A. Hernandez. I'm feeling real good on the Saturday. I'm just feeling blessed. And we're going to take a quick break. Shout out to Duke running the boards for me. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Hey, yo, welcome back to the show. We are here feeling good, feeling blessed on this Saturday, Masculine Intellect, episode number 11. And I hope y'all been liking the daily episodes I've been doing. We're still going over 12 Rules of Life by Jordan Peterson. We got about 3 chapters left, so we're going to finish that out whenever the week it comes in. And then when that's over, we're going to go over Riches, Man, and Babylon. So if you want to learn about some money, you want to get your money up, you want to be smart with your money, what I was talking about, we're going to discuss The Riches, Man, and Babylon, one of my favorite books when it comes to money. So Riches, Man, and Babylon. But in life, who should you be competing with? Let's talk about it. Every day, all of us, we like to compare ourselves to other people, but we actually do it in a very unfair way. We don't look at ourselves in a fair way. So if we see a CEO, right, and we see he has a nice car, the nice house, the money, the life, we like, man, his life is better than mine. I wish I could be living his life. But then you don't realize he's unhappy and stressed because he's overworking, working too many hours, and his wife is cheating on him. But then you think your life is not that good, even though you have a happy family at home, you have all the free time you can spend with your kids, and you think that person's life is better because they have more money than you. But you got to look at things subjectively. You can't compare yourself with others, because everybody has, mountaintops and everybody has valleys, meaning everybody has their angels and their demons. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is just amazing all around. Everybody has their ups and downs. So who should you compare yourself with? Because comparison is good, because then you can see where things have been, to see where they're going, or to see if something's good or bad. Comparison is good. But the only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. That's it. The person you were yesterday is who you need to compare yourself to, because it will show you in what direction that your life is moving. Because too many of us are just sleepwalking through life, not looking at ourselves at all. And that's what the big problem and the disconnect in our society comes, is accountability towards ourselves. We want to hold everybody else accountable. Like, oh, look at him. He's a Christian, but he's cussing. We need to throw him in jail. Or look at that person. They're on social media doing this, and that. Or look at this, look at that. No. What about you? What about you? You can't go one night without grabbing your willy. Huh? That's very bad. That's an addiction. That is a liability in your life that's making you weak. What about that? What about the fact that you can't stop drinking, fucking Coca-Cola every day? That's very bad. But we can't point those things out. But you know who can? Yourself. And that's only if you want improvement. You can't force improvement on everybody. You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. But I say, if you are too afraid or not strong enough to look at yourself in the mirror and improve, then don't complain where you are in life, because it's honestly just your choice. Your life is just a reflection of the choices that you've made every day. Yes, we all have unfair things that happen in our life, and we do have to factor those things in. But overall, the place that you are right now is a reflection of every choice that you've made in your life. You've made choices and you gotta live by them. Don't complain unless you're ready to compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Don't complain. Because nobody wants to hear it. What does complaining do? No, complaining doesn't help anybody. Complaining doesn't get mouths fed. Complaining doesn't put a roof over nobody's head. What does complaining do? You wasting your breath and you wasting your energy that you could be using better somewhere else. It's time to transmute all that energy that you're putting into complaining and putting yourself as the victim. Or my life is so terrible. I hate how my life is. This and that. If you hate your life, then change it. If you hate your life, then change it. It's your choice. You have the ability. The only person that's living your life is you. The only person that's making your choices, unless you're a child, is you. We need to get our mouths out the titty. Too many of us are grown babies. That's why you got kids not taking care. That's why you got men not taking care of their kids. And then you got mothers acting like single college girls, because we're at the generation where we ended up just being grown children, and the only way that's going to change is if we hold ourselves accountable. Maybe if you got a kid, maybe if you got a couple kids, you shouldn't be on social media trying to put an arm stack of money to show people what's going on. If you got kids, you probably shouldn't be just shaking your ass for TikTok. We have to look at things and just, why? I want to ask something that I feel like is gone off, that we can't really do. Why can't we question why people do stuff? This hasn't nothing to do with comparison, but why has that stopped? Why has us being to call people out stopped? That's how you maintain the borders of society. It's like, hey, it's not cool for you to be shaking your ass with the kids in the same video. That's not cool. It's not cool to be just lazy all the time and not do anything. That's not cool. That is being a bum. You are a bum if you don't go to work and then you're just on your phone all day. That's not productive. You're not adding to society. You are a bum. You're not misunderstood. You're a bum. If you don't take care of your kids and you're a man, you a bum if you're not at work. Or even working 1 job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, doing what you need to do to take care of your kids. You a bum. You are dumb if you stay with the same person after they say mistake after mistake after mistake and they're all the same. You are dumb. It's your choice, but you are dumb. And we need to bring that back, is letting people know what the real is. Now, I'm not saying just criticize everybody for everything they do. No, we all need room to, bounce off the borders, Sometimes we're going to be up, sometimes we're going to be down. But we need room, but we also need to hold ourselves accountable and each other. Especially men. Do not be afraid to tell another man, especially somebody you care about, what the real is. If I care about my brother and I see that he's getting fat, I'm gonna be like, hey bro, come to the gym with me or stop eating because you're getting big. And the reason I'm telling you is not to push you down, but because I care about you. And I know that you will be a healthier person if you in shape. If I see my wife just spending money in a dumb way, I'm like, hey, stop that. It's not smart. You're being dumb with your money. Let's write out a balance sheet for you. Let's budget it out to see how you could be better with it. And if I'm not on my business and I'm off my path, I want the people around me to tell me, hey, Davey, you need to be on your path because I seen that you've been lazy. How come you ain't post a video all week, man? How come you ain't post no info all week, man? What are you doing? You slipping on your brand. I thought you was 100%. I thought this was your year, huh? This is your Kobe year, right? This is your LeBron year, right? Or your Michael Jordan year. What's up? I thought you was gonna be winning all year. What happened to that? Let's hold each other accountable, man. Let's stop being nervous of holding each other accountable. Stop trying to be nice. Everybody always said it's good to be nice. You know where nice came from? The word nice? It came from basically an extension of calling somebody a fool is, oh, they're just nice. You know, don't worry about him. He's just nice. That's how they used to use it back in the day. But now it's something that has been used to say, hey, if you're not nice, then you're bad for society. No, we're not all supposed to be nice. Nice doesn't really get anything done. Being nice is not productive. We are too worried about people's feelings right now. You can't help people because you'll hurt their feelings. You can't tell people the truth about science because you'll hurt their feelings. And you can't tell people, hey, we've been getting fooled for months now with this stuff. Because why? Because they'll hurt their feelings. I haven't been getting fooled. I listen to the right sources. Your sources are wrong. And this is something from the recent chapter is, why don't we ever act, whenever we're talking to people, why don't we ever act like the other person knows something that we don't? We all act like we know everything. And if that was true, then we would live perfect lives. If you don't live a perfect life right now, everybody you speak to could teach you something. Whether it's an old lady, whether it's your mama, whether it's a kid. So everybody knows something that you don't. And if you took the time to listen, then you would find out. It's been said, this is what one of my mentors told me, said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, and we need to use them accordingly. Meaning we should listen twice as much as we talk. But we got it backwards. People talk 3 times as much as they listen. And that's why we're not getting nowhere. But this is David Hernandez with Masculine Intellect. I got another little song for y'all. My boy Duke is on the 1s and 2s. He's going to play another tune for y'all, and I'm going to have something nice for y'all when I come back. We'll be right back. Welcome back. And to end the show, I want to give y'all something from the book, 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class. But before that, I want to give a shout out. What up, cuz? My cousin Mark in the comments. And then I see Nick was in there. What up, Nick? And let me see. We got 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class. The secret that I landed on was secret number 70. And it says, the great ones are products of their own imagination. What does that mean? It means that whatever thoughts that you have in your head every day, day in, day out, is what's going to happen in your life. So if every day you wake up, you think it's going to be a terrible day, guess what? It's going to be a terrible day. If every day you wake up and you say, I'm going to be a millionaire, and you do millionaire activities and millionaire type things, eventually you're going to be a millionaire. And that's some of the things that is just talking about in this chapter is what you have in your mind is what's going to happen in your life. If every day you're thinking, man, I'm going to get fired from my job. If I keep doing this, I'm going to get fired from my job. Guess what? You're going to get fired from your job. And that's something that we have to realize is our words are very powerful. And this goes back even to the Bible. Because how did God create the universe? He spoke it into existence. And I'm not saying we're God, but we are made in his image. Are we not? We are made in God's image. So the way that he created the universe, we create our lives by speaking it into existence. And that's something we have to realize. If you want to have good things in your life, speak abundance, speak happiness. Stop speaking sadness into your life. If every day, whenever I see you at work or, at the house and I say, hey, how's your day going? It's going all right. Your day is going to be all right. But that's why whenever somebody asks me how my day going, I say, I'm feeling blessed, because guess what? I'm going to be blessed. If I keep saying that I'm blessed and I think that I'm blessed every day, I'm going to keep getting blessed. And I'm not doing it to bring blessings upon me, but I want to speak happiness in myself. If I have a choice between speaking negative and positive, I want to speak positive into my life. And we all have the same choice. And that comes back to the same thing. It becomes back to our own accountability. That's why a lot of people are not accountable for their actions, because they realize they're the bad guy in their story. And that's really what it ends up to, is nobody wants to be responsible for the bad things that's going on in their life. It's easier if the reason you're doing terrible in life is somebody else's fault. Whoever wants it to be their fault? Nobody wants to be at fault, because that hurts, It's tough whenever bad things is happening in your life. But sometimes we have to realize, hey, it might be our own fault. We also do have a lot of programming now with the music, with the TV, with the social media. So be careful of what you feed into your mind also, because it programs your subconscious. Oh, and tip of the day. I'm going to give you a quick tip. It wasn't in the book, but here's a quick tip. Whenever you're trying to work with affirmations and fixing your subconscious and speaking positive, the subconscious mind does not know the words I don't. So if you say, I don't want to be broke, your subconscious mind is just hearing broke. I want to be broke. I want to be broke. But instead of saying, I would like to be wealthy, I would like to be rich, you're speaking abundance now. If you're saying, I don't want my house to get broken into, your house is going to be broken into because you're always thinking of break-ins. So those type of situations and things are going to keep popping in your life. But if you're saying, I want my house to be safe and protected, your house is going to be safe and protected. Now, it just doesn't work with words. It just, your whole mind, words change your mindset. Your mindset is going to change your actions, and your actions will change the outcome. So it goes from mind to words, actions, outcome. And you are responsible. You can get it. It's all up to you. And today's going to be a quick one because it's Saturday. We got some things to get popping outside. And I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Everybody gave a share. Everybody gave a like. Episode number 11. What up, DJ Cali? Is in the comments. My boy, I appreciate you tuning in. Episode number 11. I'll be back Monday with another one. So, peace.